Good Sunday morning as we adjust for the time change and everything. This is your Loudoun County weather outlook. And we do have something a little more interesting to be watching here as we head into the next week, depending on how a tropical system gets entrained into a front. I've been kind of talking a little bit about this. If you watch my video forecast, I said it could be how we get some moisture into these fronts as they come through. Not that we want any tropical systems to hit the Gulf Coast, but that may be what ends up happening. And you can see here as we move into the future, I mean, here we are. We're going to turn with southerly winds, so it's going to get warmer over the next couple of days. This is by Tuesday here. I mean, I've been just kind of clicking through what I should have already said. Today we'll get up to around 60. We still just start to the east here of the high, but once we get the high off the coast, the winds will switch, and we'll see the warmth come back. So by Tuesday, we're probably up into the 70s, our upper 60s, lower 70s. Then Wednesday, as we approach that, we'll see here this front getting involved in here is this low pressure, likely to be a tropical storm or hurricane here in the Gulf. We do see another front kind of approach us, but it is also kind of drying up, so not really expecting much out of it. But here's the moisture that's getting thrown into. The front's going to hang up right about here. You don't see it here on the map, but kind of delineation between high and low. You get this front that's involved, and it's going to be kind of hung up over the area, so maybe that causes some cloudiness. And as it sticks around and we get this tropical system here to the south, could it potentially throw some moisture away? And so we're getting southerly winds with a lot of Gulf moisture from this tropical system coming up in here into this area. And with the easterly kind of wind fetch, we're getting some moisture up against the mountains. So we're looking at some cloudiness conditions. Nothing really widespread. I'm not like, woo, this is going to really happen and it's going to be something soon. But now as a new front comes, and this repetition of fronts coming across the states, the high-pressure system into place, but this front could get some energy added to it. So on this approach, we get the energy and the moisture and everything kind of swinging and locking together, and then pushing towards our region. And sure enough, due to that, we get some tropical moisture up into that area. We finally get rain. Now, is this going to come true? Is it possible? Is this the right situation? We'll have to see if this works out. But that is how we would probably get some moisture finally into the area and hopefully kind of put a little bit of a slight itty-bitty dent or ding into this drought that we're going to be experiencing. This sticks around for a bit too, and then it moves out, and then we're starting to get back into the repeat pattern. However, I do notice some moisture in these later fronts. We'll have to see how this pans out, but for the first time in a long time with tropical moisture getting entrained into one of these fronts, they shouldn't dry up but actually bring moisture into the area. So I'll have to see if this pans out. Now, when does this happen? Yeah, I should have shared the time frame because it's so far off in the future. You have to question whether or not it's going to be true. So we're looking all the way on 11/10, so it's way out there. But this will be the first time. And it's been kind of the time we've mentioned where things could change, that something could show up. So, getting cooler today. We'll be warming up to the mid-60s tomorrow, and then into the 70s for the next part of the week. A front will come through, maybe a few showers around. Kind of looks variable cloudy for a few days, but drying up again, and then into next weekend, highs into the mid-60s it looks like by then. Have an awesome Sunday. It's been your Loudoun County weather outlook.